I've been friends with Todd Ruby, the president and owner of Traveling Tower, now for a few years. And this past fall, he invited myself and Nick up for a deer hunt in Minnesota. And we're definitely excited to go have an opportunity to hunt this farm with him and his family. It's actually the birthplace of where they came up with the idea for the Traveling Tower. Probably wondering why we're bringing the Bobcat, but the road to get back into Todd's place here is a bit of a mess. So brought the Bobcat to fill in a hole so we could get back into camp. But weather's kind of crappy today, but this is an absolute unbelievable spot. We're not even to camp right now, and we had to unload a Bobcat just to get through some of these areas and pull the trucks through. And and it looks like might get stuck up ahead too. But this area looks absolutely incredible for deer. Todd's taken some absolute giants up here in this marsh, and you can see why. It's very difficult to get to. So this is a good sign. The ground's frozen though, so that's helping us get through here, but that's also gonna get the deer pushed more into the swamp because they don't have to go through some of that high water. So it's a good thing. So that's where we're gonna be sitting tomorrow. This is an absolute beautiful spot.
You got about 6 inches of water.
But this has got to be their bedding area back here.
Actually, the bedding area, the yellow grass that way. And then if you get into these pines a little bit, they actually thicken up right in the middle of the pines. But it's kind of wet throughout this.
Right.
But there's patches that are like 5 foot round that are high, and that's where they go in bed. So.
Well, I can see how how great of an idea this is. I mean, the Traveling Tower, there's no way you could walk out here and put any tree stands out here.
Oh, no.
To load up on a four-wheeler and come out here and set it up. I mean, this is...
What we got an hour and a half into it. You know?
Well, and I guarantee you there's never been a hunter that's been able to get in this area and sat this high before.
No.
So...
Yeah, there's no tree. I mean, the closest trees you got are those pines, and those pines aren't even good enough for a tree stand. So.
This is a dynamite spot.
Not all land is created equal, and the same goes for real estate agents. Your Wisconsin land is in high demand. Partner with an expert that speaks the language and isn't afraid to get his boots a little money along the way. Contact Dave French about land in your area. Join the hunt.
Claim Your Trophy Television is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Lock and Load Hunting Blinds, manufactured and built with pride in the USA. Vortex Optics, the force of optics. Patax IGA, proudly serving the Prescott area for over 100 years. Also brought to you by Solar Sportsman, Uncle Kurt's Deer Mineral, Sikora's Taxidermy, and Agent Dave French of Weiss Realty.
Planning, scouting, and marksmanship only get you so far. Successful hunting is about giving yourself the right opportunity. And the best opportunity isn't always at your stationary stand. But that's where Traveling Tower has your solution. It's simple, mobile, and sets up in minutes. ATV, UTV, or pickup. In any situation, location becomes your ally. Give yourself the best opportunity, wherever that may be. Find out more at travelingtower.com.
I'd say he's going to be a decent deer this year.
He's going to be probably a 140.
Wow.
That buck right there, he was a 165. He's actually the reason for the tower. We actually started making it because saw him out in the swamp. So this is a skull that Jeff just found Sunday.
Yeah.
So he's got
that split on his G2.
Got that same bloodline. So yeah, so that bloodline is running around up here.
Right.
We got another one with a split G2 as well. We found this out turkey hunting. So if you see this deer, take him out of the gene pool. Obviously, kind of deformed. I took that one about 7 years ago.
Wow.
Look at the mass on that. This one I took 4 years ago.
That's a sweet deer.
Yeah,
he's heavy.
Look at that rack.
Cow.
So yeah, we take a lot of nice deer. This is all just in the last 7 years.
Oh. Can we go hunting right now? Look at this thing. That mass is unbelievable.
But this
is a stud.
This one right here, you know, I said my dad passed away last year.
Yeah.
So I told him to send me a buck. So this one came in 10 yards away. I had to wait for him to get out 12 yards for me to shoot him. Jeff will be here tomorrow, but his 12-year-old daughter took this one last year. So
now something like this, is this
this is
green
shootable.
light to shootable?
Yeah,
okay.
Anything 8-point or better. If it's a small 8 and it's a nicky looking rack, take them. If it's a small 6 and it's a bad looking rack, take them.
Right.
We like to keep the obviously best of gene pool up here. So last year alone, I had 9 bucks come by me that were 6 and 8 points, all really pretty racks.
Right.
So in fact, one of them I was gonna possibly shoot, and I pretty much had to bite my tongue, and it's like, nah, he's gonna be about a 140, 150 deer next year.
Right.
So he was probably about a 130 last year. So
this is a beautiful buck, how he wraps around like that.
Oh, yeah.
He stays close.
Yep. This is our kind of our gene pool up here. We got, you know, we don't have the real monstrous wide racks.
Right.
You know, like you find in Illinois and Iowa. But we've got some nice racks up here.
Danny Minnesota buck, there's no doubt.
Well, you know, the second largest deer taken in Minnesota was only taken about 15 miles from here.
Well, tomorrow the largest one of Minnesota will be taken.
I hope so.
So getting in the tower the first morning, we were definitely excited. Knowing Todd for the past few years, he shot some absolute giants out of that swamp. and we knew the potential that was there. So knowing that we had 7 to 8 days to hunt with Todd and his family, we wanted to be a bit selective, and we were definitely excited to hunker down and see what that swamp could potentially offer us.
We're just finishing up our first morning out here with Todd at Traveling Towers, his property up here in Minnesota. As you can see over my shoulder, it's an absolute unbelievable spot. We saw a couple of deer this morning, one small buck. But we're gonna head in, get some food, get back out here in a couple hours. Beautiful day in Minnesota. We're set up in a nice traveling tower in the middle of a giant swamp. I can guarantee you there's never been anybody that's ever hunted in here for many, many years. Just about impossible to get into and to get elevated, and that's what you need in this thick stuff. So we're set up in a beautiful spot. Todd's about 400 yards west of us, and we had some deer moving today. We're really expecting them to move this afternoon, and tomorrow's weather is looking even better. So it's going to be pretty tricky getting on them with a camera. It's just so thick, but this is where the big bucks are, so we're going to see if we can make it happen. Yeah. Oh, I see. He's looking right at us. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Oh, he's busted. Oh, he just ran. Let me just get a better look at him here. Okay, he's looking right at us.
Traveling Tower and Lock and Load present the 4x4 hunting blind with 4 sides that easily slide together and lock in place. Insulated with a 1-inch poly R11 equivalent foam. Made with recycled plastic and aluminum walls, making it non-corrosive. With each side weighing 18 pounds, one person can set it up in less than 2 minutes without tools. With a solid weatherproof roof, the 4x4 comfortably accommodates one person, gear, and a comfortable chair, making it a perfect addition for your hunting arsenal.
Hey, Stewie, did you hear what happened last fall to Buck?
Well, now, Steve, what happened?
Some hunter turned him into Patax IGA maple sticks.
I sure hope I don't get turned into maple sticks this fall.
Yeah, he's not slowing down either. I haven't seen Daisy in over a week.
They're so good. I think I've ate about a pound of these so far. Patax does a great job of processing our meat.
Patax IGA, proudly serving western Wisconsin for over 100 years.
The afternoon of day one presented a pretty difficult decision. I shouldn't even say difficult decision, really. It was just a boneheaded idiot mistake on our end. Absolute gorgeous deer comes in. The snow is coming down. It's absolutely beautiful in the swamp. And for some reason, I don't know if it was because the buck just stood in front of us for too long, or if we were just too picky, just given the fact of seeing some of the racks that Todd had showed us before we went out the night before. But for whatever reason, this deer, it came in with a doe, and he bedded down 25-30 yards from us, and we got a lot of shots of him on the camera, but we just, for whatever reason, just decided to pass him up, thinking that we'd have an opportunity at something bigger, and fortunately we just didn't get that opportunity.
Not all land is created equal, and the same goes for real estate agents. Your Wisconsin land is in high demand. Partner with an expert that speaks the language and isn't afraid to get his boots a little muddy along the way. Contact Dave French about land in your area. Join the hunt.
With a custom solar installation from All Energy Solar, you can lock in energy rates and start on the path to decades of energy savings. Plug into the new standard of electricity with solar and make a real difference for your home, the environment, and the future. With a solar installation, you'll purchase a channel to the free, unlimited, and clean energy of the sun. Start on the path to energy savings today by contacting All Energy Solar or visiting allenergysolar.com.
Well, our spirits are high today. Jeff, a guy in camp, shot an 8-pointer this morning. We recovered it about noon today. Took the glands out of his buck, hung it up in the tree, put some buck bomb out. The wind's blowing right into a thicket. They say it works. It should bring the bucks right out.
Well, Jeff, why don't you take a look at your deer?
We'll see how big she actually is. Well, he is.
Nice deer.
Yep. Not bad for what, a 180-yard shot? Yeah, I shot him 830.
And you said he's chasing some does?
Oh yeah, they were all bedded down right here. He came through and they left in a hurry. That's why I couldn't tell if he left or not. There's too many of them.
Right.
There's at least 5 in that hole. Had 3 does come in. Unfortunately, we didn't get the kill shot on camera. It was focused in on another doe on the other lane. They came in, laid down right behind us here, and he came in following the does. He stopped to look at them, turned broadside, and we took the shot.
This is the result.
This is the result. Traveling tower got us out there in the hole.
Well, it's our last sit. It's hard to believe 9 days of gun season this is the last sit, but passed up a lot of great deer, passed up a lot of does. Just haven't really seen the deer we're really looking for yet. Hoping tonight's the night. Last time it was this windy, we saw a shooter buck, so we're hoping that's the case for tonight. We've had a lot of fun. This group is a lot of good guys, good girls too. There's actually a kind of a mix, so it's a cool deer camp feel. But I don't know. Hoping we can get her done tonight.
So really when we look back at some of our best memories hunting, some of our best times come from experiences that we didn't accomplish what we set out to do. And this experience was one that Nick and I did not harvest a deer, but that didn't mean that we didn't have an absolute blast hanging out with Todd and his friends and his family. Although we didn't fill our Minnesota tag, the friendships and memories that were created at deer camp will last a lifetime.
Oh, I love that! Yes! 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 Let's do that again!